I'm interested in a different kind of cinematic experience. I think that movies, if you feel something and if you are engaged intellectually and you see something in the people on screen that you recognize in yourself and what they're trying to do makes sense to you, then that's a good movie-going experience. I think, our responsibility is bring people into the dark and make them feel something. And I don't think our responsibility is always to pander to this, to tying it up in a nice, neat little package. Sometimes you can't make it make sense.
David is really the reason for the success of the show. I mean, it was, it's really all David. He's really one of the most brilliant filmmakers of his generation. He's an incredibly gifted, intelligent, hardworking, meticulous guy who's really driven to make things as good as they can possibly be. He doesn't want to get into the editing room and find that he's missing something that he really needs. And so we do it over and over again, and it requires a lot of concentration. But when you're really meticulous like that and very precise, then you can make a product, like Mindhunter.
If you want to, that is. I mean, we don't have to talk about anything at all if you don't want to.
Why are you so tense? You're tense right now.
No, I'm not tense.
I think casting's a big part of the job in that there are certain tangible things that an actor as a human brings to a role. Good casting and good writing never hurt a movie. At some level, you shoot a 14-hour day, you shoot 6 days a week. At some point, people are going to be exhausted, and there has to be an inherent thing in the actor that you can't beat out of them with a tire iron, that is always going to be, it's always underneath that surface.
What kind of research?
Elizabeth. Oh, can I call you Elizabeth? I want you to help me catch a killer of women.
I think it's very important for a filmmaker to announce their thesis. I think that if I have a thesis, it is that if I'm going to make movies with violence in it, the violence is going to be real. It's not going to be the drama.
It's okay. This is all gonna be okay.
My process is a process of limiting. It's the blinders that you put on it. So what I try to do is, instead of thinking of everything that I'm going to do, is try and figure out the rules to determine the things that I'm not going to do, the things that I'm not going to be able to do. I think you have to embrace your limitations, not only as a individual, but also as your budget. All movies, you gotta kind of go in with the idea that this isn't the one that defines you, because I think people get too caught up in the legacy that they're leaving, and that's why I sort of like thrillers. I like this movie because it's not really about crime or any kind of sociology. It's just it's a lurid thriller. It's a Friday night movie. It's not supposed to be that important. And I think that a lot of people get questions when you release a movie that, what were you trying to say? It's like, I don't know. I was trying to say that 2 chicks got caught in a closet and 3 guys tried to get in and they burned the place down. But I don't know. I guess the footnote movie aspect is that it's not supposed to be taken too seriously. What Hitchcock once said, I'm not making slices of life, I'm making slices of cake. And I think that, it's important to, You know, we're not curing cancer. We're just making a movie with actors pretending to be burglars. I was sitting there and these women came out and there was 4 or 5 of them. It was, you know, enough of a portion of a row. And they all kind of vaguely looked like Anne Bancroft in The Graduate. And they were all in their 60s. And this woman looked up and she saw me there and she recognized from you have to just stand up and wave at the beginning of the screening. And she looked at me and she just went. I remember, you know, it always reminds me of Rocky Horror Picture Show, you know, where Tim Curry said, where Susan Sarandon says his muscles are too big. And he says, we didn't make it for you.